What's going on, folks? It's your friendly neighborhood Professor Cack, swinging through the hallways, highways, and the byways of a local Zoom room near you. And today I want to send you all out a couple of reminders. Last week we did not have class. Thank you all so much for tapping in and completing your work, those of you who did. This week we will be back on track, so I want to send you all out a video just to help us to get reoriented and to get recalibrated. Now, those of you who did not actually see our most recent class update, and I do believe that all of you should have, because it was emailed to you directly from Canvas, from the announcements. You should have received an email update that you have an announcement which notified you that class was not canceled. So if you didn't receive this email, then that means that you showed up to class. And I don't think that I had anybody show up to class on that particular day. So that means that all of you got the email, or at least got the word. So, folks, we have some updates. One, first and foremost, in preparation for class tomorrow, we will indeed resume class tomorrow at our regularly scheduled time. 1 o'clock, LA 202. We will not be meeting as we're going to meet for a special presentation to Mayfair High School in the Performing Arts Center. We're no longer going to do that. We're just continuing on with class as usual. Tomorrow that special presentation has gotten canceled. So let's make sure just to show up to class, regularly scheduled time, regularly scheduled meeting room. Okay. So part of my updates from last week should have directed your attention to the course schedule. This is the map that we have to follow for the class. Okay. So we are now moving into week 8. Last week, I posted a review, a video, and also an assignment underneath week 7 for week 7 of our modules for you all to complete. Now, if you have not completed this, and it doesn't look like a majority of you have, click here on week 7, and it'll take you directly to the review, which is a review of the book that we are reading. We're starting to read last week, which is Colorblind, The Rise of Post-Racial Politics and the Retreat from Racial Equity. There's a video link here entitled White Like Me from the author, Tim Wise. And then there's a discussion board, which is after you watch the video, complete this reflection, so that way you can actually complete the discussion board, so that way you can submit the assignment. Now, this should have actually been completed last week. Specifically, I'm highlighting here in my announcement for you all that you should, wrong class. There we go. Specifically, I'm highlighting here, as you can see, that this here was your to-do list for Wednesday. So you should have actually completed this on Wednesday. If you did not, then you want to make sure that you get it complete in preparation for tomorrow's class. Okay. So you don't have that much time, but you still need to make sure that you read and take notes on chapter 1, that you complete that you watch the video, view the film, White Like Me by Tim Wise, and take notes on the video. And then also to complete the final study guide, the film study guide, which is the discussion board number 5. Okay. Now, the reason why I say that you don't have very much time is because that should have been done on Wednesday, because you have some stuff to do for the weekend too as well, which is to read and take notes on chapter 1, the overview of arguments, to read and take notes on chapter 2, argument as inquiry. Now, this here is vital. It's important because as we move into this new week, we're starting a new unit, and that's going to be on persuasive arguments. Okay. So your job, you need to make sure, based on both of these 2 chapters here, you need to come up with a list of 10 questions and answers, 5 questions and answers from each chapter, okay, that you would expect to see on the final exam. All right, folks. And those of you who've completed your midterm exam, you know that I'm using some of your actual questions from your study guide sheets that you completed with your other groups. I'm using some of those questions in the midterm exam, so you know I'm serious about that. All right. Speaking about the midterm exam, if you have not yet completed it, it is due today, tonight actually, by 11:59 p.m. Make sure that you complete that, because you do not want to miss this opportunity to complete your grade. I'm going to have all of your grades updated today. By this afternoon. And you will be able to see what your grade is currently in the class. That grade will be including the midterm, those of you who've already completed it. Those of you who completed by this evening, I should have those all the midterms graded at the very latest by Tuesday. So you should be able to see your grades all the way up until the midterm if you wait until this evening to complete your midterm exam. Okay. Lastly, but not leastly, so we've covered to complete the midterms. We've also covered to complete the the discussion board. We've also covered how we need to complete the readings. Last but not leastly, do want to direct everyone's attention here to the home page. I'll click on home. It'll take me here to the syllabus. And on the syllabus, it shows you all of my contact information, instructor, email, contact, tools. There are a number of you who have not yet joined our Slack. And ladies and gentlemen, this is mandatory. Join our Slack. Add this application to your phone and join our Slack, because this is the best way to get in contact with me. You can send me a direct text message. I can respond back to you. We can actually video chat if you need. It's just a lot more versatile than sending emails back and forth to me. And also, too, there's a very quick response time that I have when you just text me. Okay. Also, those of you who are not passing the class, or those of you who did not pass your last essay, you need to set an office hours appointment with me immediately. Schedule one for this week. Do not miss, because you are in danger of failing the course if you do not. Okay. So we need to make sure that we can actually steer the ship back onto the correct course and the first step to having us do that is by setting an appointment with me, so that way we can take into account where it is that you're at and develop a game plan to get you where you need to be. All right. Lastly, but not leastly, I do want to highlight for you all that if you're not passing this class, there are still extra credit opportunities. The How to Apply to College workshops are still going on. We have 2 more. This Tuesday, October 24th, we're going to give you some tips and tricks and strategies on how to complete your personal inquiry questions when it's time for you to transfer. So here you'll be able to receive writing models, some handouts, some worksheets that'll help to guide you on your way to developing your personal inquiry responses that colleges are now requiring that you complete. All right. So you don't want to miss out on that opportunity. This is going to be from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Okay. And likely we won't take up the entire time. So come on through. You will receive 3 points extra credit for each workshop that you attend. Not everybody has attended all the workshops, so nobody will be getting 20 points. But you can actually receive still a pretty significant amount of points just for some of the workshops that you have attended. And then on October 31st, we'll have our college alumni panel. So come through and get some free points. Some of you definitely need it. And I'm not putting anybody out on blast, but I am going to be very honest and very transparent with you all. Some of you need these extra points. Let's get it. Let's go. All right. And then lastly, but not leastly, those of you who are not passing the class currently, you have a mandatory assignment that you need to actually complete. So if you're not passing the class, it is mandatory for you to actually attend these study jams. You will receive extra credit again for these particular workshops. It is going to be this Tuesday. Okay, so this Tuesday, the block is hot. You guys have a couple of things going on here. You've got the study jams during the day from 11 to 12:30, and then at night you have the how to apply to college workshops. Okay, so don't miss out on these two amazing opportunities, because you can definitely change your grade. The power is definitely in your hands. All you have to do is show up. That's it. You have two great workshops. Okay. If you are not receiving a passing grade in my class so far, and you can double check on either turnitin.com or Canvas to see what your current grade is so far, then it's mandatory that you actually go to the study jams. Okay. So if you have something below a C, okay, actually, in fact, I'll even make it available, right? If you have a C or below, that means that you have a current class grade of C. It is mandatory for you to actually attend the study jams. Okay. If you do not actually attend these study jams, here's what's going to happen. You will indeed be dropped from the program altogether, from UMOJA. Okay. Which means that you will not be able to receive any of the resources, any of the benefits at all from the UMOJA community if you do not attend these study jams. Okay. Contact me on Slack. Okay. Or, through the Canvas inbox or via email if there is something that is preventing you from attending these workshops. Now, I doubt that, because the majority of you are actually here and available on campus at this particular time. These are the same times that we have our community meetings. So I'm not going to tolerate very many excuses, but there are some emergencies and exceptions. And I do mean emergencies, and I don't mean an appointment. Okay. You must attend these. This here is a part of your contract for the UMOJA Success Program. So failure to attend and failure to live up to that contract, if you break it in any kind of way, then you will indeed be ineligible to proceed in the program any further. Okay. All right, folks. That's all the updates that I have for you today. Let's make sure to complete the discussion board number 5, your midterms, complete the readings, and also complete the film reflection analysis in preparation for Monday's class. Take care, folks, and I will see you soon tomorrow.